Hey guys,
We're back.
We're so back with another episode. Today we're talking all things IzinganeZes'Thembu final episode finale. Episode 13.
We've made it to the end.
Oh, guys,
we will actually talk about how we felt about the season overall towards the end of this video. But for now, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe.
Turn on your post notifications. And for now,
let's build the reality.
Okay, so they start off this episode with everyone looking all dazzled.
Yes.
Abongo is in her suit.
The
girls are in their dress.
Yes, slow-mo camera.
Makeup is done. Like, we're all looking good. We're all looking dapper.
Period.
Sharp, they get to the table. And of course, we all know and understand that there's a bit of tension from the pool.
Yes.
So as people are coming into this dinner, there's still the tension that has not been worked through. So they sit at the table and then it's quiet and the host is like, okay. Then eventually Abonga's like, okay guys, I think to kind of fill the space. Okay guys, so can I get a review? Like, how was the trip for you guys?
Yeah.
How do you guys feel about everything? And everyone lied.
Everyone lied and then goes to confessional and says they feel like they had to lie. I was like, what? But you see, here's my issue again then. Mm-hmm. When we speak about the lack of substance in this reality TV show, I feel like things like that also make it worse. Mm-hmm. Like, that in itself, being honest about the fact that she didn't enjoy a trip, could bring up something to the table. You guys sitting at a table and then lying and then going to a confessional and saying, oh, well, we had to say it because, respect or whatever.
Yes.
It's like, what? Then why are you on a reality TV show? I feel like that's your chance. Like, you're sitting at a table, okay, Abongwe fills the space. Fine, we see the awkwardness, it works, mm-hmm. And then maybe we are okay, how did you enjoy it? And you're like, truthfully, I feel like, then boom,
now everyone is talking.
Yeah, then people are speaking. So for you to all go, yeah, confessional, yeah,
like it.
Yeah, thank you, Abo, you are great. Yeah, like,
I don't know. I 100% understand you, but then again, I think the siblings. I think there was a point in time when Umpilo said, as the day goes by and every time like we have these types of settings, I'm starting to realize more and more we're becoming like our parents.
Yes.
I was like, clock it. But then again, I was like, so maybe that gave me a little bit of context as to why maybe they said that. Maybe they're trying to not be their parents. They're trying to not be these, dramatic people or these rude people. Because I feel like a part of them really truly was like, you know what? It's not that the trip itself was bad. I feel like the trip itself was good. Like she planned. Do we understand how much goes into planning a trip for people, especially a group of people, to try and make it entertaining, to try and make it friendly and nice for every single person? Yeah, it's hard. So I think they were kind of trying to respect Abo and being like, you know what, your trip was nice. The only thing that wasn't nice was them. Like, their company was not nice.
I didn't say that. Like, say that then. Like, you see what you just said? Sounds amazing. Like, Abo, I loved the massage I got. Abo, I loved the game drive or whatever. I think the only issue was then people. You see? Then we get some content. Because for me, like, what am I getting from you saying it was great when you then claim in the confessional that you had something to say but just chose not to say it out of respect? But maybe... I don't know. I think maybe their goal was to show us a positive side of this table. And guys, I'm not sure what the goal is or what when they sat and they first decided on this thing, what the goal was. But I think maybe because they wanted to just show, I guess, their lives and positivity and showing a family by this, they lost track of what a reality TV show is.
It's about
100% there's drama that crosses the line. We've seen that, I think, more than ever this year with reality TV. However, in the root of reality TV is drama, is like some sort of clashes, conflicts. Matter of fact, they cast intentionally like that on things like
Real
Housewives and Mommy Club. They intentionally like put people that have certain personalities, and they do kind of predict as they sit there as casting directors that these two people might not get along, or they know for guarantee that there's no way you're gonna put 10 people in a room and they're all going to be like great and put them in the room consistently.
Yeah,
they have no choice. So I feel they lost the plot there. That maybe as maybe because they wanted to show a certain side of them, or they don't, like you saying, they don't want to be like their parents, they don't want to hear things like, oh, you like your parents. Perhaps they kept it safe too much to the point where we lost the plot of a reality TV show, because in my head I was like, this could have been on YouTube. I watched reality TV for that and more. So
there was something that Amatle said, and I still don't quite understand. She said at the end, I think as people were kind of leaving and storming off or whatever, she said these siblings, they kind of get along. She said they get along when they're together.
I know exactly what you mean.
But when they are apart, I don't know what she was saying.
I had to go back like 3 times because I did not understand her.
Yeah.
And still on the 3rd try, I was confused. Because that's exactly what I heard. I heard bayazwana, but then when they are together, ingati abazwani, because abafuni ugu, and I just didn't understand the statement. But I'm open to anyone who has some sort of explanation. Because genuinely, I wanna think she was trying to make a point that made sense, but I just wasn't sure where she was going with it.
Because I felt like she was trying to say that when they are apart, like, they miss each other, you know?
Okay.
And they miss each other, and they, like, feel that they get along. Okay. But then once they actually are together, they realize that they actually don't get along as much as they think they do. That's kind of what makes sense.
That's a good interpretation, and I do think if it is what she meant, it makes sense.
Yeah.
It really does make sense. That perhaps they think that they get along more than they actually do get along.
Yeah. But I must say, kudos to Umbilo and Sneh.
Yes, guys, they were making jokes together.
It was giving siblings, were giving sisters.
To the point where even in the confessional, clearly they asked them, "Are y'all cool?" Yeah, and they were like, "Oh, we're good." It was actually very nice and refreshing to see them get along, because I don't think we've seen it. We haven't seen it on their parents' show, and we haven't seen it on this one. And it felt good to see them have that sort of sisterhood and togetherness. It was beautiful to see. I never even imagined what it would look like them getting along. I just always thought they were going to tolerate each other.
But I do want to say though, like, guys, Usne sihlala sibhekane, right, because really should be doing out of pocket stuff. But this season, I'm sorry, I miss problematic Sneh. I'm afraid I miss problematic Sneh. I don't want to say that
because we're always encouraging her to change. So I didn't want to be the one who says that, because I'm like, but every day we sit here and we talk about how she should change her ways, and now she's actually changing her ways, and now we're realizing that, this is not as entertaining. And I think that's the problem. Exactly. It really is the problem. I think people do like speak about it a lot, that sometimes we wish for people to grow or whatever. When they do bad things, we're like, and then when they change, we kind of like, you're boring. And I don't know what it is. I think it's hard. Like, look, she's great.
Yeah.
But it's just problematic.
I think, you know what, in her real life, I absolutely love this new transformation, this new Sneh. Like, it works, it's beautiful. I'm seeing the growth, I'm seeing the maturity. Yes. And, like, honestly, she was giving big sister. Like, she was giving big sister. She was
giving elder.
But unfortunately, for us, as the audience, like, we miss that entertainment, we miss the fights, we miss her just...
But also, maybe we miss
signs.
Maybe we miss the gangster signs because there was nothing else to like fill in that void. Mm-hmm. Does that make sense? So if in a show there's not enough things going on, right? If I decide to progress as a character, because you're yourself, but you're a character in a show. If I decide to progress and change these ways, but there's nothing else that's supplementing the void that I have left, then you're gonna miss me being problematic, because there is no one else besides Mpumelelo, but there is no one else who's filling my space. Like, there's no drama, not even if it's a person doing the same thing, but there's no drama, there's no storyline, there's no whatever that's filling the void that I used to fill. But we love it for her, Sana. She was so well behaved this season. She didn't lie. I think in the beginning she did say that, she's changed, but she says that every single time. That's the guy.
So we just believe it.
I don't think South Africa believed it, but I think South Africa today can stand on their 2 feet and sing Nkosi Sikelel, because she actually changed this season.
And you know who tried her?
Umpumelelo. Umpumelelo was on. Okay? He was on, and he was in his Ndoda Mask era.
Oh my gosh.
In his Ndoda Mask era, and protect my wife, my household era. Because Snare obviously says, hey, look, I want to clear things up. In my opinion, I do think she was respectful. I didn't hear her have a tone.
Snarky.
I didn't see her being sarcastic. I didn't even see her being moody, feel sorry for me. Snare. She just was like, hey, girl, I'm coming to you right now. I just want to find out so we can clarify. You said this, you said that. Please, can you clarify for me? Okay, Utirelo clarifies. To me, that wasn't clarity, but it's fine. She clarifies, and then
clarifies by saying that it's Mpumelelo who was
yes, not them. So then Usne continues her statement and is like, okay, because it did seem like, oh, now that's where I draw the line.
Did she not apologize?
She said, Uten.
Did she not apologize?
Basically, what did my wife just say? My wife said sorry. My wife said sorry. No? Did she not?
Manje too like.
Shut it.
Sure.
Such a trap. Was it not awkward?
Can we talk about... Can we actually talk about that awkwardness, guys, ne? Because I felt like... I even wrote in my notes, I was like, are they scared of him? Like... Why is no one questioning?
Because why did Umpilo only speak in the
diary session? Everyone, even Abong, where he's like, I should Ubabe to get married.
Yes, why didn't you say that then?
I'm like, why didn't you say that there? Why didn't you correct him, clock him right there on some the fuck? Snare is your older sister. You don't you dare. Sorry guys, I didn't mean to.
Sorry. She just had a moment. Happens to all of us.
Yeah.
But no, I hear you. Because while we're all sitting around the table and shutting up and then having so much, we see what I said. My point again from earlier, that just opening your mouth and stating your real feelings and your real opinion at the time would give us something. Because clearly you guys all felt some type of way about him telling Snare to basically shut up. You all felt a certain type of way. So why the fuck did no one say anything? Because for a second, I was about to be like, oh, Drilo should have been like, yo, babe, that's a bit too much. But then also, I'm like, okay, but clearly, if everyone else is offended on her behalf, then why don't they protect her? And then when Usne turns around now and says,
you know what? I was actually genuinely like so mad.
I was
at the way that he spoke to her, because we also really truly need to understand, guys, in the yes, you can be my partner and I can try protect you and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, that's also my sister.
Yes.
So in me trying to protect my partner, I also need to try to be respectful to my sister and being like, okay, Shap, she did apologize. Can you please drop it? Like rather that, but don't sit here in front of a table full of everyone and tell me to shut up. That's not gonna happen. But what pissed me off, the hell off, took me to the when they went to the horse riding and they were all sitting there, and then now everyone all of a sudden is fine, everyone is cackling, everyone is he, and then I don't know, oh yes, brings the question to Snare, oh Snare, apparently you even named your horse. What was the name of the horse? And then Snare keeps quiet, and then she goes to her diary session and she says, the second like I got him and I'm like, clock it.
No, that part I understood her.
And everyone else was kind of like, no, like, why is Snare, like, why is she being quiet? I'm like, guys, were you guys the ones that were told to shut up?
But also, again, they're saying all of that, and then in the confessionals, they're cackling by basically trying to say she's right for her actions, busy saying, I mean, they didn't tell her to speak, like, and then I think now you're thinking, Umpilo joked and laughed and was like, yo, what. So for me, I'm like, okay, then why in person are you guys acting like wrong, Usne?
Real.
And then behind the scenes, you guys are clearly
she's saying she's valid.
Yes, she's valid. Why the fuck are you not validating in that moment? Because if it was my sibling and that happened, if I was in that situation and Pumelelo asked her and she kept quiet, I was going to as a sibling and be like, I need to.
You told her to keep quiet.
You muted her, I think. You need to unmute.
Even Abo at some point, like in her speech when she was saying thanks to everyone or whatever, she was like, thank you guys for even though I don't appreciate the way you guys conducted yourself on the trip, whatever. Even now, Snare, she's quiet as we can see. E.g., E.g.
for
of
example,
the misconduct that I'm talking about.
The problem.
And I'm like, guys, we're not going to sit here and actually invalidate Husnai's feelings.
No, and problematize her in a moment where she wasn't. What? And I think what upset me the most really was truly that she did really come with that respect. She really did come with that good energy. She really did come with that, like, actually a clean heart, just trying to make Udilo take accountability and from a proper place. And for her to be treated as if she was screaming on top of a mountain or, I don't know, doing what, like, that even when you said now that if that's my sister, that's my partner, I feel the need to facilitate this properly, right? 100%. If then maybe one of them crosses a boundary, in this case, let's say Snare starts screaming at Tirelo, then yes, as umuntu ka Tirelo, then you can be like, I was swam. Let's, you know what I mean? All the way down. But in this case, where Snare opened her mouth and politely asked her a question, and then Tirelo opened her mouth and politely answered, and then she opened her mouth to be like, no, but you are sort of like now lying a bit. Now all of a sudden, it's like, shut up, she said sorry.
And also, guys, I don't even think there was not even a single point where I felt like Usne was wrong.
No.
Because even Utirelo's answer
was trash.
Was absolutely she was just saving face at this point. Because another explanation, I wasn't saying it to you. The person I was actually referring to was Mpumelelo. He's the liar. And I'm like, why are you lying?
But you're lying because
she clearly said. She clearly said, she was like, everyone here,
then reverted
then she said, only not you, Abo. So the only person here who you can actually say you were not talking about is Abo. Everyone else, you are included.
And you clearly stated that.
She did. And now all of a sudden you're lying in their faces, but no. And also what pissed me off even more was the fact that, Mpumelelo are busy sitting there cackling. And on top of that, Utiralo even had a head done in her ear. You at dinner.
Like,
table manners, so guys, is I happy?
Like,
you're sitting at a dinner with people, you all having a conversation. Firstly, you're cackling with your man. No one knows what you're cackling about. Number two, you are now having a
peace. Like, my thing as well is like it was giving in that moment. They've already conversed about the situation.
Of course.
Like when they went to bed that day,
pillow
talk came in the way, and she stated that they were getting along. They were getting along, and even the way he defended, I was like, bad.
Yep.
But it's giving that, and then it's giving. He said, but I told you to stop being friends with my siblings, which he then even repeats in that moment again in the confessional. So I think in that moment, like they'd already chosen where they stand.
Yeah.
They already knew how they're gonna go about it, and as far as they're concerned, they're just in love. And this conversation is actually annoying them because they don't want to have it. They've already decided for themselves what they know. They know what's up. They know what's up. Hence, I'm like, oh, you guys planned it. This was already conversed and it was done for. Hence, he was like, shut up, because now you're taking us off script. We've practiced as a couple that we are going to say this. Now, when you're adding to the conversation, that's not in our script. All right, so Kiria Pussy. 1600. Understand? Cowboy Carter style.
Absolutely.
We are officially horse riding. Abo, Abo has activities for days. Anga's next season wasn't a bunch jumper because, like, at this point, there are not a lot of options left. She is running through these activities. But anyway, horse riding time, and it's cool, it's chilled. I see Tirelo and Amahle. I think even, I don't know if it's Tirelo who helped Amahle with her helmet or vice versa, but they got a cute thing going on. Not real. Families getting along as well. Thingy, Umakoti 2 and Bilo decided, we're not made for this. Tirelo is having the time of her life, even comes back and is like, ladies. And they're like, guys, she's trying to make herself. But point is, it's wholesome. They're having a good time. And then, of course, we get to a part where we sit and we eat, and we have a good time.
Dissect.
Yes, dissect. We've already spoken about the fact that Usne was like, I'm not going to speak to Mpumelelo after Mpumelelo tried to be friends with him. Don't like that. Why was that? You know what? Abu kind of ate it up when he said, you're not our dad. Why was that giving dad call? Like, when you don't want to say sorry to me, you just want to cackle.
It was giving parents.
Like it was just giving anxiety.
Yes, it's like they're gonna shout at you. Then, do you want to go to
stairs? You want McDonald's? Like, what did you eat today?
What?
No, leave me alone. So anyway, that was giving that. Already spoke about that. And then Amahle Nkosiam.
Oh, bless her heart.
Oh, bless her heart for real. Eh? Like, bless her heart because she decides to speak from the heart. And she's like, thank you guys. Why are you laughing?
She kills me so much.
Sorry. excuse us, okay, because we're paying so dead right now. So she's like, guys, Mina Shem, from the bottom of my heart, thank you. Oh my gosh, it was so nice meeting you, seeing you, experiencing you. You know what I mean? You guys rock on. You know? And then she speaks to Makale. Yes, mama. Like, so that day, sibling core or sister wife core, you know? And she makes a nice speech. She says, you know, we didn't start off well, but look at us now.
Who would have known?
Started from the bottom, now we're here.
Oh, absolutely.
You know what I mean? Now we're here. That's where we're at. And then she turns around and she says to her man, stand aside. Mina yazi ukuthi ngithini nguwe.
Ngathi nguye.
I love that scene. Kodwa nje ukuthi ngi-confused. She basically says she feels like she's out of the loop. Doesn't specify what, but her man catches fast. And then he goes to the confession. He's like, no, yena vele, like, there's a reason why she's confused. You know, but she will eventually. I will let her know. Now, in this moment, I'm like, okay, are we seeing Amatle who stands up for herself? Because she decided to give one a nice speech, turn around to her man, didn't say I love you or nothing. Like, she roped him in with that stand of some, or to just be like, hey, I just want you to, please can you always keep me in the loop? I don't like being confused.
Yeah.
How did you feel about that moment? And that time, also timing is everything in life.
You know the thing about Amatle, like, she confuses me so much. You know, I love her, like, she's quiet, like, she's a very cutesy babe, graceful as hell.
Yo.
But sometimes bangathi is social cues.
But I said this about that thank you speech. I did not defend her. Asake is a liar, guys, in life, because there's no way this girl defended her when I said, why would she choose that moment to talk about how, what she's grateful and and she said, what else was she going to do? Keep quiet. She does that all the time.
You know
but
what?
Anyway, go on, girl. Go on.
But this time I could see it. I was like, this is a little bit strange because, like, it was kind of still a bit awkward. It was still a little bit tense. It was misplaced. Like, it was just a random thing that was happening.
But one thing about her,
I can't even remember the conversation that was happening. And the next thing, she was like, "Yeah, I'm like, girl, like, it's okay. It's okay." And also, no one else is saying thank you. Like, Abo was the one that said thanks. And everyone is quiet. Everyone was just like, I think at some point, I think there was like a unanimous moment where everyone was like, "Ow, it was a beautiful trip. Like, thank you." But it was just a general thing.
No one.
She wanted to individually talk to them. Like, wait, now thank you for this. Wait, now thank you for this. You thank you for that.
Thank you.
You know, so. But I'm still kind of confused about that statement that she's making to Umpumela because I'm not quite sure what exactly she's confused about.
She's confused. Remember, back to her meeting her father-in-law, and then her father-in-law states that Umakale is going to go first, and then she even says that doesn't make sense because if Umakale was supposed to go first, then you were supposed to go first and then come to me. So I think she's talking about that.
But why would she bring that up then?
I need to maybe like she just felt like it's the right time. Like the time is now.
And also,
she was already making speeches. She was already
because like at this point in time, I'm trying to even piece together if did she perhaps find out about the proposal? Had the proposal happened at that point?
Real.
Like what exactly is happening? Maybe she's thinking, "Hey, you didn't tell me." Like, what am I saying?
I really wouldn't know if it's because of the because we never know the timelines of because they can structure it a certain way and it could have happened before and a whole other way. I just think maybe she thinks from speaking to Derelo a lot, perhaps she's finding things that she is confused about because they have been conversating a lot maybe in this trip and so I mean she said Makale Nana like
real.
You know, so perhaps there's been things that she's been hearing, like even the whole conversation about Mzumbe, perhaps she didn't know she had to live there. So I'm thinking maybe more conversations had happened and in general maybe right now she feels confused in the sense that she doesn't know actually what is our family unit going to look like. Like you marrying both of us right now, grand. Where are we going to stay? Like, what's the order? What's the this? You understand? So I think maybe she just doesn't know. Okay, sis Tangerine, but how's the
dynamic?
What's the timeline and everything right now? Like, what's the order even? Because already now I'm being told I'm not Umamkulu, but you came to me first. So perhaps everything has her thinking, I don't know what's going on.
And also on top of that, I definitely don't. I think we all know that Umbumelelo doesn't come across as a very good communicator within these relationships. As it's giving, I will tell you when I tell you. As for you, sit pretty and keep cooking. So I think. So I think I'm sure there's been many a times also where she's kind of been like, okay, can you please explain, like, how is this going to work? Like, what's the process? Are you guys gonna go lobola now? Like, what's happening? And he's like, bruh, like, stop stressing me the fuck out. Like, I'm trying to plan a proposal here.
I'm trying to buy roses. I'm trying to order 100 roses. Do you mind? Can I get some privacy?
And you know what? I want us to get into this proposal.
No, before you speak about the proposal, I want to get to what people think about us. They think we're the real haters.
Absolutely not.
Listen, like, we obviously analyze episode for episode, moment for moment, sharp, grand. But there's been so many times we have defended it, and there's been many times where we felt bad for her. When people were busy saying, no one should feel bad for her because she didn't feel bad for you. And we have not even been, we've been trying our level hardest not to let that affect our sorriness for her. We've been feeling sorry for her. We even said we want so much for her. We think she should leave because we think she has so much potential and there's so much she can do. Did we not speak about that?
We did. We did.
God, I promise you, we're not haters. We just tell the truth, though. But I promise, we're just being truthful with what is happening in the moment. But it does not mean like we hate her overall. Like, we actually wanted better for her. Speaking about wanting better for her, I think that dream is ending for us because
very far.
Okay.
Did I not? I was guys. Wow, never surprised about because I was so confused.
What confused you?
Okay, she's looking cute. She was
gorgeous,
beautiful. Like, wig laid. The
one thing about Tirelo though,
that dress. I need you to plug me on it. Like, I'm gonna need you to plug me on that dress. That dress was spectacular. Her makeup, everything was eating, right? And then they walk into the place, and then her man is like, okay, like, just wait a minute. Takes out the cloth thing, and she's like, hey, what's going on? And then, like, he puts it over her eyes, and then already anxiety is it's 90% right now because she's thinking, oh my gosh, like, here we go again.
You're gonna introduce me to another person.
And on top of that, she's like, you're disrespecting me. Like, you told me to look pretty. You told me to smell nice. You told me to put makeup on only
just
for you.
to meet your other one.
And then, obviously, Mpumelelo is playing into this whole narrative as well. He's like, you know, what goes around comes around. I'm so sorry. He picks up the roses. Then, obviously, the camera pans. And now I'm like, wait, what the fuck is going on here? It's a proposal?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
What a jump, but okay. And then fine, eventually she takes off the blindfold and oh my god.
And she gets so emotional, bless her heart.
Oh my gosh, Victor, you did this?
This is why they think we hate that girl.
Victor, you really did this.
But it was giving Victor, you really did this. Because Victor don't be doing that though.
Nothing.
Victor don't be doing nothing. Victor just be existing.
Bro, she was she was happy and everything. The proposal was beautiful. Well done.
Yeah.
That was beautifully done. The setup was beautiful. The flowers were gorgeous. Everything was beautiful.
And for the first time in his life, he compromised. He said, I might not get on my knees, but this is me. Trying, meeting you in the middle.
Yes. So I was happy, I guess, about just like how everything came together.
I wanted to say, what are you happy about?
No. I was happy about
the effort
okay. That you put into that,
100%.
right?
Execution.
But now let's get into the conversation that took place, right? And also, I want us to also perhaps start at the fact that he's saying this proposal is now happening because her family is finally agreeing to him marrying her.
So,
yes. At what switched? Editors, I'm gonna need the unseen clips. Surely they're unseen clips.
I'm hella confused.
The last I checked, Umbumelelo was done with the dinner. He stormed off of the dinner. Was
done with
yes, like she even said it to the father. She said it at the dinner. Said it to siblings. Him. Said it in the diary sessions. She's been done. So at what point is she now sitting at a table across from him with a "Marry Me" sign behind them?
And I see "Marry Me" sign where her family has agreed. So in my head, I'm like, because we all know there is no such thing as okay, maybe what we feel. Mm-hmm. We feel like Utirelo was hesitant about marriage, hence her family was also hesitant, right? That's what we feel. And now for me, then I'm guessing if they've changed around, that means she has changed around and she feels like she's wants to marry him. So I'm like, okay, but then when did this change? When did, like, okay, because fine, they were getting along at the dinner. So you're going to tell me that night when they went to sleep after the pool, everything just changed and everything took a turn.
Yes. Afterwards, they got on a call with her family.
And then she wants to, okay, then family came in as well. Because this is 48 hours, max.
Yes.
And in that 48 hours, he managed to plan a proposal. So he managed to get the go-ahead. And then plan the proposal. I mean, it's not impossible. I'm just, for me, I think this is where the gappy part of this storyline and of this reality show comes in. Because you can't 1 minute, like people are screaming because yes, and then marry me.
And they're yes.
And I was so confused. I mean, I understood her being emotional because at the end of the day, she loves this man and I just think for me, I just kept thinking, when did her family have the time to say, we're all good, we have agreed, you are, unless it's one of those things where it's like, it's now, again, timing and storyline, which doesn't make sense because they are still at the same place they were.
Because it looked like, to me, it looked like they were still at Zebula.
Yes, it seemed like it, unless they try to find a place that looks like it. Hi guys. Which doesn't make sense as well.
I don't know. I'm very confused. And then on top of that, then Umbumelelo then starts to have this conversation with her. Yes. And that's when I kind of knew that, wow, girl, you in for a ride.
No, she is amazing.
Because this van is already on some, okay, like now that like we are here.
Yeah.
You need to understand that you need to know your place. That way that you were speaking to me at that dinner, that is coming to an end. Like, you will respect me. Like, you will know where your line is. You will know your place. You are a woman in the Oyo. So act like it. And you know what gagged me?
She received it.
Was her submissiveness.
Yes.
She just like...
She received it. With love. Love and light.
I said, who the fuck is this? Because that's not Tirelo.
She took it.
I said, who the fuck is this?
It's romance, bruh. And romance does that. I'm so sorry. Romance be doing that. Romance be doing that. It's so true. Like, romance will have you agreeing to things that because even Tirelo, guys, we're not saying she's not a submissive person. We're just saying we know she's not the type of woman to kind of ignore Umbumelele's activities and like his behavior. She calls it out. That's what we're saying. She's not the type of woman to just be like, okay, that's how he is. Good for him. Like, so it's shocking that she's just going. But again, I just think it was the romance of it all. Like, I don't want to ruin this moment by saying, no, I'm not going to ruin it. I'm going to let you've planned this for me. You trying to tell me you love me. So I'm going to give you your moment to do that. And then you respect it. And I'm going to also respect the moment that you've created. That's what it gave to me. But I don't think, if you were to wake her up today and ask her, I don't know if she would agree to the same thing. I just think really she was in the moment.
And I must say, this was the first time I've ever seen Umbumelelo kind of, be all romantic.
And he was nervous.
And loving. And I said, okay, he was there expressing, but you keep saying that I don't love you. And I really
don't ever want you to think that.
This is me trying to show you that you mean a lot to me. Nah. I said, okay, Umbumelelo. Oh, Bayatanda. So that was very interesting. Also, now that we've wrapped up that, I heard allegedly, rumor has it, allegedly, they're not coming back for another season, but they're having a show for Umbumelelo.
Apparently, there's potentially allegedly going to be a spin-off for Mpumelelo, which has actually been what we've been saying this whole time. That because of the lack of
yes,
like, you know, content, we're thinking the only person who's bringing content is Mpumelelo. So at this point, he might as well get his own show. And I think a lot of people have been probably making the statement that at this point, it's the Mpumelelo show. At this point, might as well. And I think what we noticed in this time around was that they're not even putting the effort to not make it about Mpumelelo.
Yeah.
You know, and I think you're the one who stated that the last time, and I was like, you're actually so right. In chances and in opportunities where they can make something not about Mpumelelo, somehow it still circles back and it's still about him. So if that is true, I feel like low-key we would eat that up. Listen,
we would eat that up.
I need to know what's happening. Like, I need to know. I mean, right now he's saying he is sticking with the 2 for now, heavy on for now, because he just wants to build. And then after that, my guy.
Yeah, no, you know what, guys? This season, I think, like we've said this before, and we've been saying this. The season was very boring. Like, it was like we had to scrape for content. Like, it's 2 scenes each episode, and as those scenes, we're just like, what the hell's going on?
The lack of.
So, I really truly hope that these alleged things that are being said are true, because I feel like the Mpumelelo show would eat. I feel like Umseleko would eat that down, because that means we have
just me and my turn. My turn.
Go best friend.
We're killing the reality TV industry down.
Like, so that's why she said. Overall, I think I'd give this season a solid 4 out of 10. And you?
Right. Because I was also I tried to think beyond 5. I tried to think beyond 5, but even my mind said at this point, you're asking a lot of me.
No.
Because how do I back that up? I do give this season a 4 as well. I give it a 4 because it had some content, in the sense that there was a Mpumelelo still. There was nice activities, nice bonding moments, nice choice moments, which also makes the reality TV, as much as we talk about other things, other elements, that part wasn't lacking the joy, the beauty of IzinganeZes'Thembu. If anything, really, truly, like, through the show, I do see how it can be a positive thing and how they can grow up as siblings. Yes, they fight all the time, but you know what? It's beautiful to see how other families are different from yours. You know, we all have different setups, and it's cool to see. But outside of that, I was bored out of my mind. Like, when I'm watching an episode, like, I'm just like, oh, it's about to be over.
The funny part is that, to be honest, I only watched it because it's part of my job. Like, it's part of my job.
No, real. We started it and we're gonna finish it. But truly, like, it lacked. And I really hope, if the Mpumelelo show is a real thing, I really hope it does come. I think it'd be cool to see the spin-off. I think it'd be cool to see more of Amahle, more of Tirelo. Tirelo is, whether we like to say it or not, is someone who's meant for TV.
Absolutely.
She does speak her mind. She is problematic, but also you can love parts of her. Like, reality TV needs a complex person like that, and a person who can live fully like that as a wholesome human being. And I think she has that. So does Yena Umundake. And then Amahle, obviously we haven't seen enough of her, but maybe that platform will give us a chance. So if it's with, if it's Mpumelelo show, I would love to see it. And I guess the siblings can visit whenever they want to. But at least if they are boring in that one, we don't have to be like, oh, you're boring. Because it's over not even the sides, but it's
friends of the cast.
2 scene here, 3 scene here. But it'd be cool to see. I'd be excited, as long as it's not anything like ringa rose,
real
boring. But I'm willing to give it a chance.
Same. And also, I do want to say, we are taking recommendations for shows.
Yes.
Someone once asked us, do you guys take recommendations? Roundabout now, we are sending them through, please. And we'd love to review what you guys are watching and what is in right now. I mean, we are, of course, reviewing Married at First Sight South Africa.
Still going on.
Please, anything else that you guys are watching, please do let us know in the comment section. But please don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Turn on your post notifications. And for now, we love you guys. Bye.